Hello, this is Sheshachalam from Master Guide myself. Today let us understand the remedial measures required for a weak position of Jupiter or a malefic position of Jupiter in certain houses. Remedial measure for Jupiter is not required most of the time, but as per my experience, I have seen that benefics, when they turn bad, they give a lot of problem for the horoscope and the native. Horoscope in the sense the native itself. And Jupiter has a lot of karakatvas, that is significations. It is putra karaka, anna, that is for food, for healthy life, for wisdom, viveka, dhana karaka, that is for money, many other things, even dhanya, that is for prosperity of the land, what we grow and how we reap the harvest. All this comes under Jupiter. One of the main karakas of Jupiter is Guru, the name of Guru, that is Brihaspati, the teacher. So people keep asking me that when Guru is posited in the fifth house, Pura Punya Sthana. So, what is the significance of a planet with a Brahmin kind of a karakatva? What is Brahmanatva or Brahmin kind of a karakatva is that the person who mostly in his life would be an intellectual, would give more emphasis on teaching, more emphasis on theoretical values, more emphasis on isms, that is religion, how the society is to follow the ethics. So all the rule making things. So that is why we call them guru. So when Jupiter is placed in the fifth house, which is the Purva Punya Sthana, obviously the native would have to regard and worship his guru. Has to find a guru first who is really eligible for that particular position. Doesn't have to test him anymore after that. Once the eligibility is done, then he has to give him due respect. So, whatever planet is posited in the Purva Punya Sthana very clearly suggests that in our previous Janma, for all those who believe the reincarnation and its process, that particular planet represents that the native who is born in this Janma with this Prarabdha Karma, that is with this particular life and its fate, would have to go through this particular life to finish the dues of the karma of the planet which is posited in the fifth, the Rashi which is posited in the fifth, the nakshatras which are posited in the fifth, the nakshatradipatis, the Rashyadipati. So it's a little complicated, but let me first say the planet which is in the fifth house gives you the insight into what sort of a Purva Janma we had, that is our previous Janma, and what we have brought to this Janma. And what we will be taking to the next Janma would be the ninth house. I will not come into that particular thing now, but today this point is very important because Jupiter in the fifth house, people think it's a fantastic position, but please be aware it has the responsibilities attached that you need to do your job, which very clearly cut out. You need to regard, respect the gurus in this Janma and also become a guru, teach and give out how much ever you are having, all those knowledge what you have acquired has to be distributed to the public. So this is one of the first important karakatvas of Jupiter and remedial measure for Jupiter. Teaching. So, to have a guru in one's life and to take Diksha and teachings from a guru is a blessing. And to have good followers and good pupils in your life when you become a guru is a blessing. Once again, I tell you, both these blessings have to be very well in the chart. So if it is weakly posited in the 5th or the ninth for your guru who is going to give you the Margadarshi, he is the Margadarshana, he is the Margadarshi who will give Margadarshana, that is, he is the one who will show you the path, he is the one who will show you the way. If it is badly posited, Jupiter, anywhere in the chart. So the 5th and the 9th are the positions, but the Karaka for the 5th and the 9th with regard to pupils who follow you and the Guru who will give you the Diksha, that is, who will give you the Margadarshana, is Jupiter. And if he is ill posited, weakly posited, then you need to take care of these two ends very correctly. So that's one thing very important. So next we will come to the progeny, Putra Karaka. Jupiter being the 5th Karaka for the 5th house, if it is posited in the 5th house or if it is posited in the Lagna of the D7 chart, which is the Putramsha, or we call it as Santanamsha, and that is Saptamsha. So if Jupiter is posited in the Lagna of the Saptamsha, we call it as Karako Bhavanashaya totally. And if it is posited in the 5th house of the D1 chart, that is the Rashyamsha, but attached to that, please see in the Bhava chart where Jupiter is posited, because many times I have got calls from people telling that I have 5th house Jupiter, but when I go into the Bhava chart, Jupiter either goes back to the 4th house or goes next to the 6th house. So please be sure that it is really affecting, this 5th house. Then partially there will be Karako Bhavanashaya. 5th house Jupiter does not mean there is complete Karako Bhavanashaya in the D1 chart, because you need to see many other things. People, please don't directly come into conclusions that, I got a message yesterday asking me that if the 7th Lord sits in the 12th house Jupiter, doesn't mean that my husband will be having, going through a lot of sickness, illness, will he go through disease. Please don't come to direct conclusions with only one position. 7th Lord going to 12th house can also mean that you will find your spouse abroad somewhere in some other country from the country of your birth. You might travel and find your spouse. So please simply unnecessarily don't come into conclusions, dive into predictions, don't do that. There are many complications here in astrology. You need to study it in depth to understand. So progeny, the charitable thing what you can do here is that you need to give charity or donations, go and help in kind and person in orphanages and also in places where free service is done. You can donate for food, because Jupiter represents food. Jupiter does not want anybody to be hungry. It's not Ketu, it's not Saturn. Jupiter wants everybody to be healthy and eat good diet. So if Jupiter is badly placed in your chart, serving food is a fantastic option, but nowadays, it's not like old times when travelers would simply come, they would rest in the front of a person's house, what we would call as, angan. That would be the front patio or courtyard, which would be there in the front of the house, where people would actually have kept some space for travelers to rest, lie down for the night. They would serve them food. These were great things which were happening earlier in the ages. Now it's all gone. You can't even ask one person to come and sit and eat food. He will, he might be a guy who will rob you at knife point. So now the trust has gone. Where is Jupiter? Nothing else is there. Everything trust has gone. So, but still, now there are institutions where sanstans are there, where dharma is being followed, where people are giving good service to children and to the aged. There are many teachers who are not actually getting their good pensions. You can do good to them. Teachers who have retired, who have done their best in service, and their state, the plight. Everybody goes through difficult times in life. You help them. You help them as much as you can. Don't have to go and take care of their whole family for the whole lifetime. So, the point here is that progeny, if it is afflicted in your chart, the place of progeny, the fifth house, or Jupiter, if it is afflicted in the chart, you can do that as a remedial measure for charity. But a scientific remedial measure is that if your Jupiter is afflicted in your young age, let us say from 25 to 30, if you are finding it difficult, either your menses is going wrong, or you are finding it that you are unnecessarily gaining weight, or you are finding it that you are getting joint pains, you are finding that you are feeling lethargic, please get yourself tested. It's even for men and for women. Please get yourself tested, because there might be a problem of hormonal dysfunction which is related to the liver. So I will not tell directly everything is related to the liver, but it might be that two things can happen at the same time, that a person might be suffering through gastric trouble, because it is again represented by Jupiter, through obesity, again Jupiter, through sudden gain of weight, which might be because of the hormonal dysfunction, or there might be arthritis, or there might be gout. There are many things, GERD, gastric disorders. So please get it tested. Don't do self-examination. Don't do your medical research on your own self. Go and get it tested, and you will be able to find out that diagnosis earlier is better than diagnosis later. So that is for Jupiter, which might trouble you with regard to progeny, and also with regard to a little bit with regard to your health. Jupiter also represents sugar, and Jupiter represents gluttony. So see this, the negative parts of Jupiter. Sugar is not bad. If anybody is telling that sugar is bad, no, sugar is not bad. But refined sugar is bad. Sugar does not mean it is refined. The word sugar, or in Hindi it is good. It does not mean that good always means jaggery, and shakkar means sugar. Shakkar is the taste what sugar that good gives. That is, jaggery gives you sugary taste. So sugar is what the taste you get from the raw material of jaggery. So eating too much of jaggery is also very dangerous. I'll tell you, my own guru, guru who has taught me for around 4 or 5 years in my younger age, younger days. So he had a misconception. So what he did was, somebody told him that sugar gets refined through many processes which are not vegetarian or vegan. So he became a little, finicky about eating sugar. So he told that I will eat jaggery. It is a great thing, good, very fantastic, good ideology. But I would go to him, and I would always see that he would have a box, a small steel box next to him. And when he would keep teaching us, he would open the box, take a piece of jaggery, break it and put it in his mouth and close it. So I would keep telling him, Guruji, you are repetitively eating too much of jaggery. So his mindset was that eating sugar is dangerous to health because it is refined sugar, white sugar, but eating jaggery is good for health. No, it is not good for health if you keep eating too much of jaggery. Anything too much is very dangerous. Bad luck in front of our eyes. He was too adamant. He is Guru, you can't change him. Jupiter only can teach. He will not learn. That's the very negative quality of Jupiter. Sun, always wants respect, does not want to give respect. Again, negative quality of Sun. So every planet has a negative quality, very big negative quality. We can talk about this in the next few videos. So Jupiter, what has done to him is, he was also having fifth lord Jupiter. And I would keep repetitively telling, because I had been studying astrology. I told liver, kidney, sugar, diabetes, very dangerous, Guruji, don't do this. He went through diabetes, he went through high level of diabetes, glaucoma in the eyes, and then he went through cataract operations, then finally he succumbed to his kidney dysfunction. So I lost my guru. I feel very bad. That's a past. But anyway, I still feel a lot for my guru. So, Jupiter also creates a problem of Vata and problem of, problem of sugar and also for water. So Jupiter means it's not only Sthula Sharira Karaka, that is for water, it is also for air. So it gives you a Vata problem, that is gastric trouble, and it also gives you obesity, that is retention of water in the body, which can also be because of malfunctioning of the bladder and malfunctioning of the kidney itself. So for this, if you are doing charity, remedial measure 100%, please stop eating refined white sugar. Please eat local jaggery. You can get very good jaggery. Bring it home. If you feel that it is dirty, put it in a pan. It will again melt when you are heating it on simmer. Clean the thing, filter it, and take it and eat it. It's fantastic. It is usable, reusable fantastically, because you can store it for long number of years. Jaggery does not go stale, so it's actually seasoning material. So that is one of the remedial measures. And avoid gluttony. Gluttony is, please eat small portions of food in short intervals, like 2 hours or 3 hours. Eat 200 grams or 200 ml of juice or something like that. It's good for you. People who are having bad Jupiter, it will stop your problems. So, and this is for the health. Okay, and for charity, please give donations. And there are many hospitals, sevashrams, which are actually providing food for the patients who are admitted there, because they are doing free of cost. The minimal operation cost only they are taking. So find out these places where kidney dysfunction is handled, places where obesity is handled, places where hernia operations are handled. Donate. So you can also donate cereals, pulses, which are actually represented by Jupiter, to an intellectual. I will not call Brahmin, but here, because there is a lot of interpretation of varnas which are very different in nowadays. Earlier days it was different. Now I would tell that please donate or help or support an intellectual person who is facing financial problems because of the regular the outer world. So that's a good thing to do. You can do it to a Maulvi, you can do it to a pastor, you can do it to a father of a church, you can do it to a Brahmin of a temple. Do it. You are earning, then you do it. If you are not earning, please don't take a loan and do it. I am against that. You have to earn before doing your dhan. It's not that, I have seen people who take loan to perform a havan, thinking that they will get back the money. They will even lose this money also. They'll have to repay the loan. Please don't do all that. So anyway, Vidyadhan, teaching, is one of the best things for Jupiter. Free teaching, free coaching. You can do it at your place, wherever you are, in your village, in your tehsil, in your district, wherever you are. Teach. Don't correct. Don't advise. This is not Jupiter bad. Jupiter, when it is good, you can advise, you can explain, you can judge, you can do whatever you want. But when it is bad, this is for people who are having bad placement of Jupiter. Mind it. You have to teach. Teaching is clarifying a particular subject to somebody. It is not advising somebody, it is not counseling somebody, it is not a psychological input. No, it is clearly like if Shakespearean, novel is there, you are going to teach and try to put out what you know about it. It's like you know it, so give it out. So spread the knowledge. So next thing is when Jupiter becomes strong and he becomes a guru himself, but when it becomes weak, there are contradicting factors which might arise when you open your mouth in public. You will become an argumentative person whom nobody will like. So, the best remedy for this, keep silent. You are not required to speak, nobody wants to listen to you. Then, why unnecessarily open the mouth, spill the beans, spoil your career, spoil your fame, or spoil your, whatever you have achieved in one drop? We have been seeing this on TV, on news every day, that people who have achieved great things suddenly fall to the ground in front of the social image is totally spoiled because of some stupid comment what they have done on the mic, because of overconfidence. Viveka, Jupiter, very good. Aviveki is a person who falls because of his stupid comments in public. Aviveki is a person who is an idiot. So we don't want to do idiot work. So we should not fall down. So that means the best remedy for Jupiter when it is bad in the third house, the house of communication, bad in the second house, please keep your mouth shut. So, my wife has made a comment on this. Empty vessels make more noise. So, Jupiter, when it is badly posited, is as good as an empty vessel, with two or more coins there, they may rattle and make a lot of noise. So, please don't rattle. Keep still. Don't unnecessarily make things go bad. So, avoid liquor, because Jupiter represents liver, Jupiter represents diabetes, the pancreas, Jupiter represents your eye, your ears, eyes in the sense not for the sight, because of the cataract. So please, Jupiter and Rahu give all these things. So do Surya Namaskar, please go for sauna, that is the therapy of heat. Usually people do not need sauna if they do sunbathing, but if you are in a place like, let's say in Canada, people keep asking me, sir, you tell sunbathing. We don't get sun for 7 months in the year. In Seattle, it is raining always. In England, in northern England, it is so cold that I can't go out and do a pranayama there. So please don't go there. You can get artificial lighting systems which will be as good as sun. Buy them. Buy those orange yellow lights, which are very good. They are actually good. It actually gives you something like a radial warmer. It gives you good heat and vitamin D. So Jupiter means you need to sunbathe, because sun is friend of Jupiter. It will help Jupiter in recovery from diseases like obesity. So providing respectable facilities for elders, I think I have covered this point. And listening to elders, I have covered this point. And be away from humid places. Don't eat vata items. Vata items are all those items which gives you gas, so do not involve into those things. So haldi and chandan. So being from North India, she has written it in Hindi. Haldi and chandan paste. It's as good as haldi is turmeric powder, the pure one I am telling. Chandan is the sandalwood powder. We are from Mysore, so sandalwood, we are in sandalwood country here. So you get the best sandalwood from Mysore. If anybody wants it, please come directly. Don't go to any hawkers, any other shop in Mysore. Directly go to the Kaveri Emporium. You get the best sandal oil, the best sandal blocks. If at all you are traditionally, you can make the paste out of it. But If you want the sandal powder, you get the sandal powder, you get the sandal, soaps. They are costly. If you want real sandal oil in this sandal soap, it doesn't cost less than $2,000 per soap. One soap bar is nearly 1,500 to 2,000. Millennium sandals, beautiful. They are all done by the government institutions and fantastic product. It is world's number one. You cannot compare it with anybody else. It's world number one. So I'm proud.
So you're propagating it.
Yeah, I should. I'm from Mysore. I propagate sandal. So Mysore was famous for many things. Is famous for many things for the silk industry, but I don't propagate silk because I know that it is not ahimsa. It is himsa. That is to get out one saree of silk. Many lives have to. They don't have to. We will kill them. So I know I don't do that. But sandalwood, yes, they are growing sandal here. We do it as an industry. So we plant sandal, we cut sandal, again plant sandal. So it's something like an industry. So it takes years together for sandal to give.
You can add that message to wear cotton.
Wear cotton. Cotton growers, all those people who are growing cotton will please wear desi cotton. The problem here is that we are going into that genetically modified cotton, which once again is not that good.
Also, cotton is Jupiter's thing, no? You wear light cotton.
You wear light khadi. Khadi and free dress is for Jupiter. Jupiter does not want to wear tight dresses over the body.
You can't wear.
They fully cover their body and it is free clothing, airy and breathable clothing. It's good. This is also a remedy for Jupiter. Breathable clothing. If you people are wearing hot, tight, Terlin spandex, shun all that. Wear breathable khadi. Beautifully, you get them in the Jupiter colors like the light yellow, cream, golden yellow, and lemon yellows. Good. So, yellow sapphire for the index finger. If it is applicable for that particular period and also for the chart, only then, or else don't go into gemstones.
It cannot do miracles.
It cannot do miracles. So, thank you very much for today's class. I hope I have covered the subject in detail. Actually, I have done it in detail. So, one point I have forgotten. Okay, marriage. Jupiter and marriage. If it is badly positioned in the 7th house, I'll take 5 more minutes. So, Jupiter and marriage, if it is badly positioned in the 7th house, makes two major difficulties between the partners. Two big difficulties. It drops like bombs. One is proactiveness will die. Emotionless relationship. No response. Only responsibility and duty. And silence. This is very dangerous. If two teachers who don't want to listen to anybody, who only want to advise others, are getting married to each other, just think about that particular marriage. That is, Jupiter marrying Jupiter, two people having bad Jupiters. Oh my God, it's a very dangerous married life. So, the remedy for Jupiter badly positioned in the 7th house is show your patience, smile, don't be sarcastic. I'm sometimes sarcastic, my wife keeps telling me. So, show your patience, don't be sarcastic, and love. Do the reverse. Because love, Jupiter doesn't know what is love. Jupiter knows what is respect. Jupiter knows what is worship. Jupiter doesn't know what is love, what is spontaneity. Do the reverse. Venus knows what is love, what is creativity, spontaneity, and colors. Jupiter doesn't know anything about it. So you do the reverse of it. You start loving. You become spontaneous. You be creative. You start finding life, beautiful life within the family life. Your family life will become fantastic. You don't do it, it will take a painful long time to separate because Jupiter will not decide. So it will be like, should I not, should I not, and you people will be like, both of you will be like staying away, waiting and waiting and waiting who will first apply for a divorce, and it will not happen, and by the time the divorce happens, you will have more gray hair than the black. So Venus is not like that. Don't like, done. We will thank you very much. God bless. I'll find somebody else. So Jupiter indecisive when it is badly posited. When it is best well posited, we make Jupiter's judges. We make them magistrates so they can take better decisions. But when it is badly posited, they are cat on the wall. So thank you very much for today's class. God bless.